Welcome to Moonlight Madness, and today we're doing a reading for Fire for May. Now, I've picked out the cards I haven't used for a while. This is my personal deck I've had since 2015, before the floods. I bought them, I think I bought them in Brisbane. I can't quite remember, but I know I bought them and I had to do a reading, and it picked up that if I went to Brisbane or if I went to down south where I live, New South Wales, there was going to be flooding whichever way I went, in a vision I had. So these cards are that old. They're falling apart. The box is falling apart. But we've got, it's by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, and I liked it because of the illustrations by Howard David Johnson. The other deck I'll be using today is The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, and they're just like guidance cards, I guess you'd call them. I've had these for about 2 or 3 years now. Again, I liked the messages in them, so that's that. The crystals that we're using today is from Rainbow Runner, and Rainbow Runner is located in Newcastle, where I'm from, and they have lots and lots of different crystals that I've accumulated over the years. Adrian also do that, and his co-partner is there as well. She's lovely. So what I'll start with is the first card I've pulled today for fire signs, Sun, Moon and Rising, is the Ten of Cups. So this is to do with happy family situations. Maybe you're getting along with your family for a change. Maybe the infights have stopped. There's some sort of family harmony coming in the next 10 months' time, because the cups represent 10 moon cycles. What you've got crossing your path is the Six of Swords. This is sometimes Aquarian energy. Six of Swords can represent moving away from difficult times, like relocating to a different city or country, going from a hot country to a cold country. Maybe just doing a trip overseas, somewhere, where it's cold, and normally this time of the year it's hot. You'll be in the opposite end, in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere. Depends which location you're going to be at. So it's just going for a holiday. It sounds like it's lovely, and it's a nice change. And then you've got here down underneath, you have the life experience card. It talks about, I guess, explosions, arguments, shocking events, shocking things that can happen sometimes, that might just blow up out of nowhere, arguments that come out of nowhere, belief systems that no longer work, or you may have had to make life-changing events in the past. I guess COVID would definitely be a tower moment where everyone was not sure what was going on. Eight of Cups is to do with walking away from a situation or person, place or thing. Packed your bags and you're wanting to move because you're wanting to make major life changes in your past. You had to leave a situation that was 8 months ago that was no longer working for you. Now, I've done fire sign today, so I've used a red candle to represent fire. We've also got the Chariot, so I could be reading specifically for a Sagittarian. The Chariot card to me is always the Sagittarian energy. It talks about movement, a trip, a new car, a new mode of transport, trying to steer yourself through negative and positive influences. So maybe some of you may suffer with depression and anxiety, and on the flip side is anxiety. So you have to find a way to navigate through opposing, dips in mood. The Chariot can try to navigate through its success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments and being in the spotlight. So you may be drawing your attention to yourself, whether it be on your own social media platform or just you're in the spotlight at the moment. You may be on stage, you may be a performer, you could be a singer, an actor or a muso, someone that's on stage. And sometimes you might not feel very comfortable with being in the spotlight, but it's saying that 7's lucky, and it's your lucky number being Sagittarian, and you might have been born in the year of a 7, or 7's just your lucky number. We've got here the Prince of Cups. This is to do with someone in your future who is a Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer person. Highly romantic, very flirtatious. They captivate people with a glance. People fall head over heels for them. They fall in love. They could have you falling in love with them very easily. They're very persuasive. They need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. They can sometimes, look at you deep in your eyes and recite poetry, but then the problem is they do that to everyone. They get bored very quickly. Their heart is made of glass. It can shatter into a million pieces. So be very careful when dealing with someone that's this emotional, because they can be very possessive as well is what I've got. So what I've got for that particular star sign that's coming in for you, who could be younger than you, is the smoky quartz, which represents balance for people that are emotional. It'll ground them in their groundedness rather than in their emotions, because you can't think straight when you're constantly on edge with your emotions being everywhere. When you've got here's the Three of Wands, this is like three boats coming in. You've set your ships out to try and get a job, and you've got three offers coming in heavily onto your horizon. So in 3 days' time, you may hear from three different jobs. Plan your next steps in an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So you've already done very well in your last job, so you may not rest on your laurels, but because of what you did in the last job, you may get a good reference point, and that they recommend you for the next job that you go to. Now the Three of represents also satisfaction with a job, giving or receiving success, or a business travel. You could be going overseas for a business trip. You've accomplished much for this company, and now you're going on a business trip. You need to adopt a long-term perspective. It's important to have patience. They will flourish, but it'll take a little more time. Yeah, so it's after all your hard work, you're getting rewarded for a business holiday. The Princess of Autumn is the next one that come up. This is around you, that you're protecting you. They come in as they're younger. They could be younger, or they just act younger than their age. That could be a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo around you. They're studious, they're responsible, they're cheerful, they're mischievous. There's happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarship, well thought out plans that go perfectly, and needing a little push to get going. You may be a little reluctant, this person's reluctant to get too into anything or step out of their comfort zone. They may need a little bit of a push to get going, but they may just be very conservative and very cautious with people. They don't trust people easily. So it's saying that they're not going to look, they're not going to leap before they look, they're going to look before they leap into any situation. They use your discernment wisely. Sometimes it's good to pause and think about things. This is like a pause. It's the slowest star sign on the deck is the Prince of Autumn and the Princess of Autumn. He likes to sit on his little leaf and just, meander along the riverbank and not push anything. He likes to take their time. You could be having school. You may be going back to school to study something else. You might want to learn. They're very optimistic. They love to learn, these people around you. They're charming, reliable, and upbeat, and very clever. They're a bit mischievous, though. They're very responsible and wise beyond their years. They love to learn. This gal can be a perpetual student. It takes longer than usual to get things into the real world. They may also think things way too long before acting, but when they move into action, everything will go perfectly. The Ace of Pentacles has grown up, and the books that were closed to her before are now open. The knowledge they have gained has provided the abundance accumulating on the desk. The next card we've got is your hopes and fears, is the Justice card. You may be scared or fearful of a court case that you may have to go to or attend. I don't know what that's to do with, but it's either a proposal of marriage with someone that's a water sign, because you've got the King of Cups, which is representing of Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces energy. So there could be one of these people coming in to try and propose an idea. Maybe set up a business together, a business idea. You might have a collaboration there, or you may want to work on something that involves children, because the Ten of Cups can represent family and children. There may be some sort of custody battle involving children that you're hoping to win, or to help this person win, because they're a good parent, and you're not sure how to go about that, because maybe you're not on speaking terms at the moment because of an argument that was in the past, and so you still want to help out, but you don't know in what capacity you can help them with the court case. They may be studying law as well. This person around you who's the Queen of Pentacles, she may be studying law. She may be naturally gifted at fair and objective decisions, and being very wise, and being very just, and trying to do all the right things the right way, very honest individual. But then you've got this person around you who could be manipulative, and that's the one that's coming in trying to upset the apple cart. In the court case, they may have to give their version of events that they've clouded in illusion, because the King of Cups is all about illusion and trickery and behind the scenes. Things are happening behind the scenes that you're actually not aware of, because they are used to tricking people and manipulating people they're like a project manager or a producer, a film producer. They may work in the entertainment industry that's around you as well. It's coming in. Now I'm going to pull some cards from the guidance deck to see what else I can pull for fire. This is actually a hobby of mine. I've been doing this since 2018 when I moved into a studio. It was a place like a university. I used to call it the compound. A university on campus. I was there to study at University Open Foundation, and then we went into lockdown. I was very fortunate to get that place, and I used to do this as a blog. I used to write it up on a Facebook page, and then I turned it into a channel. It's learning. I'm still learning. I've got no desire to push it along anytime soon. It'll grow if it grows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's more of a hobby now, but I use it to try and help others that are going through similar things or been through similar things to me. Oh, there we go. Exchanging gifts. You may have recently exchanged gifts with somebody. Someone that could be the Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn could have had a birthday and you gave them a present for their birthday or a Mother's Day present. Then you've got here the fork in the road. Again, I was talking about, it's funny I picked that up. I was talking about how I had a fork in the road and I didn't know whether to go left or to go right. And that's what I was seeing in my dream before I moved up to Brisbane. I got this impression of someone pointing one way and the other one pointing the other way, and it's like I didn't know which way to go, but it turned out whichever way I went, I brought floods with me. So I'm very emotional generally, so I think water is definitely my natural element. I exist really well in water. I'm not a very grounded person, I'm a very emotional person, but I also have good judgment. Air and water are very similar to each other in a lot of ways. They're emotional, but they can also be very harsh. Scorpion energy is very harsh. Aquarian energy can be very harsh. They use their swords and they cut people with their words. They can be very cutting, very honest and very blunt. So the first card I've got is the exchanging gift, is the 27. And it's pink. It's got pink. It's like happy, feminine energy around you right now. The law of giving and receiving, currency trade-offs, weighing costs and determining value. You're entering into a productive and enriching time where all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honour them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. It's saying that love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out to you too. Love is truly yours today. Then you've got here the fork in the road, which is number 13. I always thought 13 was an unlucky number. I never liked 13. We lived in a house and it was the worst house I've ever lived in. Every choice has a consequence. You have arrived at a fork in the road and you are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less travelled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it's an important crossroads. Take heart. No matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. You've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love, or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to mutual passion, or to walk away? This is time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest and give, and then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things just because you're afraid of the intensity of the genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a true experience of who you are and of your heart. Okay, the soulmates card, I accidentally pulled 3, so I must read it. It's a 41. It's like trying to find a key. You're trying to find the person that has the key to your lock, because you may lock people out. Not many people are allowed in your space. I find that you could be very guarded, and I think that's very much a Scorpion as well as an Aquarian. We're very similar in that manner. We don't let people in. You have to earn it. You have to really. As my son said the other day, Mum, I want someone to make me earn their love. I said, well, then that's not worth having. If you have to earn the love, then it should be freely given. You shouldn't have to work hard and punish yourself for someone to love you. They should just accept you as you are, unconditional. Yes, you may have a few quirks, you may have issues, but they need to be open enough to let you in. If they're not open and you have to work that much harder than they are, then that's an imbalance and you're not actually having love. It's not reciprocal. It's not both ways equally giving to each other. And that's what I said to him. So you are meant to evolve and transform. You've got a relationship fostering personal growth. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing and consciousness and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of these will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you towards them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for just a short time. No matter what, you'll be changed in ways you can't possibly fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. Consider love is the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling they may overwhelm you with gratitude, or break your heart open so you will finally claim who you are meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who's being rescued and healed. Pay attention as you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. Strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. You can have a soulmate that's a sister or a brother or a parent, and they're a karmic soulmate. They're not your true soulmate. They could be just someone that teaches you lessons. Whether they are harsh lessons or good lessons, they're still lessons, and that's the cord of attachment that you have to them. You're meant to learn the lesson from them first, so you won't repeat that mistake again. It's a journey you will share with others, mentors, business partners, helpers, employees. Creative partners, friends and strangers open doors for you and step through the portal to join you in a harmonic dance of collaboration. This could be a joint business together that you decide to do. This is what you've been waiting for. You want a collaborator, someone to show you the way that's already made a business success out of their online platform, for example. Now, the crystals I pulled today, which I thought meant something, and I pulled them for each individual, is I pulled bloodstone because bloodstones are very grounding. It's a green energy with flecks of red, and some say it's got a mark of Christ on it. It's a courage and wisdom and inner strength, willpower, calms and stabilizes energy, protection, physical healing, and health. It stimulates mental activity and enhances motivation. And that's what people with Earth usually are in the medical field. I find a lot of Virgos like to steer towards jobs in the medical professions or jobs that require precision, extreme precision, because they're very hard on themselves and they're perfectionists. So most surgeons are probably Virgos. The next card I pulled, the next stone I pulled, which was the black onyx, I pulled that out for Scorpio, Pisces, for Cancer. Now, they are a solar plexus. They rule the earth. They're a grounding tool. So as I said to you before, air signs and water signs can get overwhelmed by anger, thoughts, overwhelming thoughts, or overwhelming emotions. Thoughts become emotions, or emotions can be thoughts. They're like the flip side of the coin. It's the root chakra, so you need grounding. This is the stone you put it on your person. Carry it with you in a little bag like I do. I got that from Rainbow Runner. I carry 3 of them on my person whenever I feel I need that little bit of extra help. It's an inner strength card. It's endurance, it's persistence. It's to carry even difficult and dreary tasks through to completion on a mental level. It increases your one's ability to maintain focus, allowing one to learn challenging new material, use well all that one has mastered. It energetically boosts the retention of memory and encourages attention to detail, which is what I was talking about before. These traits make Onyx a helpful tool for students, teachers, business owners and accountants, lawyers, software and computer technicians. Onyx is also a stone of physical strength. It assists in containing one's energies other than allowing them to dissipate. It helps one to gradually build up vitality. This can be especially helpful after a long illness or even a prolonged work project, both of which can deplete your energy. It can keep one focused on an exercise regime, weight loss program, or other effort to improve your health, onyx is an excellent stone for bodybuilders. Even if you've got modest goals, it encourages you to stay with the program and the satisfaction that comes with achieving a goal. Self-mastery. It can help one to control, focus, and direct your will. But people that have abundance of ideas but lack the discipline to carry them out, onyx can bring one down to earth and keep one on task. It assists you in learning. The most important control is self-control. Those who pursue their dreams by manipulating other people and things outside themselves are advised to take advantage of onyx, a capacity to realign one's attention to one's own actions. It calms nervousness, anxiety, soothes hot temper. With very high energy stones, it can bring thrilling visions and insights, but may overactivate one's energy field. It works first with the first, third, and sixth chakras, physical vitality and mental activity. It's an excellent stone to carry into situations that are conflictual, and you have to maintain a cool head. There you go. Then the next one I pulled, which I thought was good, was the smoky quartz. And smoky quartz is for, again, I'd say it's more a Pisces stone. It's another grounding energy. It's earth energy. It grounds, it transmutes anger into peacefulness. Practicality, it organizes people. It's a manifestation of one's dreams. It is the premier grounding stone. It can help even the spaciest individuals land on their legs. I used to say I was always up in the clouds as a child. I used to daydream a lot. Air signs tend to overthink things, and they do daydream, and they do go off. And it says here, this will ground you and into a physical being. When one works in the higher realms, activating the upper chakras in the 5D in the body and aligning them with the non-physical chakras above the head. They say that the upper chakras, so it's the thought energy. It also facilitates the grounding of spiritual information, making it possible to do something practical and beneficial. Smoky quartz enhances practicality and organisation, a good stone to have nearby when balancing the checkbook or doing the taxes. It lends focus to students and patience to teachers. It can help one to avoid extravagance. It can absorb and transmute unlimited amounts of negativity by grounding it in the earth, where it can be neutralised. It is a good stone for keeping things clear by purging the atmosphere of unspoken resentments or suppressed conflicts. One can pick up a smoky quartz when one is in a bad mood, and a few minutes later, one may wonder where the mood went, because smoky quartz pulls the negativity out. Even though most of it's grounded in the earth, it's still a good idea to energetically cleanse the stone on a regular basis. I put mine in glass, either glass or in a cup of water and put salt on it, and put it near the full moon. Smoky quartz has a way of drawing the ethereal into manifestation. When one is wearing or carrying a smoky quartz, one is actually more likely to see things like ghosts, UFOs, and spirit guides. It draws the entities or phenomena into an aura field and one level of perception. For many reasons, smoky quartz is useful for helping one's dreams and inspires into physical reality from the 5D to the 3D. Yeah, it's got golden threads. Sometimes smoky quartz have golden threads of rutile running through it, which makes excellent tools for manifestation. Career prosperity, adventure, and spiritual growth into one's physical life, and the rutile speeds up the process quickly. Oh, there you go. It's a good grounding stone. Tourmaline, jet, and obsidian go well with smoky quartz, which I've got here for the King of Cups. Yeah. So we're up to there, which is, yeah, I guess black obsidian. And then we've got carnelian, which is at the front of the book. And it's a fire. That's why I put it. It's to boost your ability to have vitality, confidence, and it promotes action. It's a fire element, which is why I picked up. We're doing fire, and we said the chariot represents Sagittarian energy. It's an orange-coloured variety. It is the first and second and third chakra. It is the influx of life force, sexual and creative energies, and assertive will. It is powerful aid to those who wish to build confidence, courage, passion, and power within themselves. It is of great help to the gentle souls who wish for good things but have difficulty making them happen. Often those who lean in the direction spiritually to do their inner work from the heart chakra ignore the untidy realms of physical existence with the first three chakras. This is an error. It can make one ineffectual and passive in one's life. Without vitality, physical energies can neither enjoy life or have much power over it. Carrying or wearing carnelian can aid in awakening the vital energies of the three lower chakras for living, the willing to live and the willing to take risk inherent in all strong actions. Carnelian blends its energies well with other varieties of quartz, jasper, and chalcedony. It's combining it with rose quartz, blue lace, blue quartz, and amethyst can bring about harmonious activation on all 7 chakras in the body. If extra grounding isn't connect one with the soul star, and clear quartz laser wand can be employed. All these quartz stone combinations have a very easy energy flow amongst them. So a clear quartz would go really well with carnelian if you wanted to magnify that energy. And moldavite is a very expensive crystal. I've looked at that. The cheapest moldavite you can get is like 20 bucks. Phenacite is the third, and pentallite at the crown will bring all the energies up to the higher octave. Carnelian's ability to keep one connected to the physical self is more important. One sexuality can get a boost from carnelian. These stones, along with zincite and orange calcite, are among the most powerful for enhancing the desires of the body. In conjunction with playfulness of creative consciousness, under proper circumstances with the right partner, the path of passion can lead to the house of ecstasy and divine union. So that's a good card to pull. And then the last one I got was black obsidian, which is at the front. And I take that everywhere because I find that's a protection stone, and that's why I keep it on my person. It's like a parent. It's mothering energy is what I get from that. I was going to find black obsidian. I thought I had it before. Black phantom quartz. No. Maybe it's under O. Obsidian is O. Obsidian. M-O. Onyx. Well, it's onyx, sorry. That's why I couldn't find it. It's the root chakra, earth, inner strength, focused attention, willpower, self-mastery, discipline and reason. It's good for inner strength. It enhances your endurance, your persistence to carry even into difficult and dreary tasks through to completion. On a mental level, it increases an ability to maintain focus, allowing one to learn challenging new material, use well all that one has mastered. It energetically boosts the retention of memory and encourages attention to detail. Again, a Virgo trait. So it's got Virgo energy in it, I'm guessing. A lot of people use this onyx as a helpful tool for students, teachers, business owners, accountants, lawyers, software, and computer. I think I read it before. Yeah, I've already read this. So it's ability to take on one's attention and cools and condenses excessive anger, which is great if you've got a temper like I have. People call my temper is out of control. I just go from 0 to 100 in 5 minutes when I'm really passionate about something. And I'm not crazy, it's just I get pissed off very easily about things that I really believe in, like the injustices done to children, the injustices done to society, to animals. I get very angry if I see anyone try to harm or hurt an animal, even if it's just for fun, like they do those cat stunts on Facebook. I saw something about a cat skiing on its paws because it couldn't grip the floor because the idiot owner bought these floorboards that the cat couldn't grip to, so it was pushing itself like skiing on its paw, like it could have broken its paw. It was really, I got really sad about that. I commented on it. I just think don't do that to animals, and they're looking for you for unconditional love and support, and you're their protectors. So you could have an animal that's coming for you to look after because it's got no home to go to. It may need a home. You may need to rehouse it. If you can't house it, you may need to look after it for a little while. Babysit it and then rehome it, rehouse it with someone who you know is going to treat it well and treat it with kindness and compassion. And it needs comforting. If this particular animal I'm picking up is possibly a scorpion, it may need that extra sensitivity. It may need that extra support because it doesn't do well with a harsh person, harsh parent, or dog mum or dog dad. It has to have someone very compassionate, very empathetic to that particular animal. Most cats I know are very sensitive, but sometimes dogs can be extremely sensitive. My mum has a dog and she's a scorpion. She's extremely sensitive to noise, to people's energy. She hates men. She likes women, but doesn't like many men. And the men that she does like have got a strong feminine quality to them. They're quite empathetic. So she'll go to certain people because of the mood that they're in, or she'll sense out if you're under any type of drug or mind-altering substance. She will avoid you because she'll sense that you're not who you are. You're not being emotional. You're not being in touch with she's sensing out your current position. And that's all I have for you today for fire sign.